Okay guys, so this is my settings. I believe this is the second or third time I'm uploading a settings video, and I actually said like a week ago that I was actually gonna upload a settings video, but then when I was gonna do so, I realized that I felt like changing it again. I just felt like changing it again. I just didn't feel like I was playing good enough, and I actually recently changed to a slow sensitivity, and I was enjoying it for a while, but then after that it became really frustrating. It became nearly impossible to me to rush someone and get a kill without like being under 100 health after killing the person, and it was really annoying. And I recently also took aim assist off as well, following because RubberDuck66 actually told me to, and for like a month or maybe like half a month, I don't even know, it was going really great. And like I was using the slow sensitivity, it was actually pretty great. My strafe and everything was on point again, but it came crashing down again. And slow sensitivity was giving me too much frustration, and because I didn't have aim assist off, it would take me hours to warm back up, and that was really frustrating as well. And as I said again, it's actually pretty hard to rush someone, because if you're rushing someone that's behind the corner and they come running out, it takes a while to turn your crosshair all the way to the enemy, and it's really frustrating. And I actually raged a lot more. I don't like to rage, I like to play calmly, because when I play calmly, I play better. When I'm calm, hobby is fine, everything's fine, I play so much better, I can think straight. But when I'm angry, I don't think straight, I just freak out, and I just like do stupid things, and that's why raging is never the best thing to do. And I kept raging. So then what I did was, I held down on the D-pad and just created a random crosshair. So I just held it down and held X, yeah, so everything just got randomized. And this is a crosshair I've been using for like a week now, and I've been liking it now. So all I did was I held down on the D-pad and just held X, and this is a crosshair that was given to me, and I was like, you know what, let me just try it out. And I tried it, and I really do like it. And I did adjust like some of the settings for the crosshair, but to my like personal preference, which we should do as well. Colors don't really matter, but what I really recommend you to choose, what you should like really like change. If you have a big crosshair, I recommend you to, the crosshair opacity, I recommend you to have it below 5 or under, because ever since I started Blacklight, I always had the crosshair opacity to 10. And one time I went on my second account and the crosshair opacity was like, I don't remember, but it wasn't 10. And whenever I had my crosshair on someone, I wasn't blinded by the light color that I was using. I can see the enemy behind my crosshair, and I really did like that. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe you might like it with the crosshair opacity like 10, but if it's at 4, you still can't see it anyway. Crosshair rotation doesn't really matter, it depends what crosshair you're using. As I said, I've just randomized it. Here's what tick length is kind of important. If you have a high sensitivity, and sometimes when you get nervous, when someone's rushing you, or when someone like has a good strafe and they're strafing you out, and you feel like you're gonna die, so you just start spraying everywhere because you're nervous, do not use a mini. Don't use a tick length under, I say, recommended 5, because I usually play on small sensitivity, a small tick length. I like to play with like 3 or 2, and I tend to not get nervous or anything. Only it hardly happens to me. And sometimes it might go out of control, but for some reason I prefer to play on a bigger tick length, because when you have your crosshair on them, you just 100% know you're gonna get some tags, hit markers, whatever you want to call them. But when you're on like when you have your tick length is really low, and let's say your dead zone is like 5 or 10, let's say it's not 0, but let's say your right stick dead zone is like 5 or 10, and because you have a small crosshair, let's say if it's right next to the enemy, you're still gonna hit them, because like your spread is like gonna come out, but you're still gonna hit them. But your crosshair is so tiny, but it's not on the enemy that you're gonna like, but you're still gonna hit them. But because your crosshair is so tiny, you're gonna keep shifting and shifting until your crosshair is actually on the enemy, and that's a mistake I've actually I found out recently. Well, not really recently, but I started to think about. And I've been watching my gameplays and stuff like that, and I've kind of noticed that a lot because the crosshair is so small. Whenever my crosshair's on right beside the enemy, I would keep shifting it or try my hardest to put my crosshair back on the enemy. But when I have the big crosshair, I just put it. I would it'll be next to it, but because the crosshair is so big, my brain's gonna think that I'm that. My brain's gonna think that my crosshair's on the person perfectly, and I'm gonna get hit markers. And it's true. Your crosshair, it doesn't have to be perfectly on the person. It just needs to be around them. You know what I mean? Just about beside them, you're still gonna get hit markers. I promise you that. But if you're using a massive, if you're gonna use minimal damage, accuracy, gun, then that's different. You're gonna need you're gonna have to keep twitching your thumb. Your thumbstick, so you can get your crosshair on the person, but still, you're still gonna hit them. I promise you that. Smart reticle opacity. This is really, really helpful. This is for the people that. This is for the people that get nervous when someone strafes on them. This is actually really helpful. And smart reticle opacity, it has a circle right on the outside of your actual crosshair. Before Parry Patch came out, it used to show your on the right part of the circle, it used to show your stamina, I believe, and the left part was your HRV recharge. That's why most people used it, but now I use it for a different reason now. Because if you start to panic and stuff like that, you can't rely on your crosshair all the time. Sometimes the circle will generally just give you to show you. I don't know how to explain it. It's just when you're so focused and you start freaking out, you might die or something, and you're twitching your thumbstick everywhere, you can let's say your accuracy is off the person. Let's say if it's your first game on, or your accuracy, your hit crosshair's not on the enemy, you can just put the circle over the enemy, and you're gonna get some hit markers, but maybe not a kill. You're still gonna get some hits. The accuracy might not be off all the time, but that's why I prefer the smart reticle opacity. I just really like it. But if your tick depth is 3 or something, the smart reticle opacity is not really that good in my opinion. Static crosshair is actually pretty important. And I've recently, in some of my videos that you've seen, on a week or two now, I've been using it disabled now. And reason being why I have it disabled is because reasons I had it disabled is because oh, sorry about that. Someone just walked in and freaking stopped my whole thought track, and I've completely lost where I was. No, I haven't. So static crosshair. You want it disabled. Basically, when you have static crosshairs, it's basically like any other first-person shooting games. It's when you sprint, jump, crouch, prone, whatever you do, your crosshair's gonna move. It's gonna adjust to so let's say you're proning, it adjusts, so it's going to be much more accurate because you're not moving, and you're just on the floor, meaning you have more stability and accuracy. So it's going to get smaller and blah 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 when you jump. It's going to get wider, meaning your hipfire accuracy is not that great. Stuff like that. And you do not want to use the static crosshair disabled if you have a max damage SMG, max damage M4X, max damage anything. Generally a gun that doesn't have very good hipfire. So this is why because if you have it disabled, it's gonna be whenever you strafe, move, whatever you do and shoot at the same time, your crosshair gets pretty big. And you're not gonna really know where to aim. All you're gonna know is just you have to put your enemy inside your crosshair, and sometimes it doesn't really work, only sometimes. If you have an accuracy build, you can have it disabled, but I feel more comfortable with it when it's enabled. I don't know why, it just makes me feel more comfortable. And when it's enabled, it shows you where the midpoint of your crosshair is, if you know what I mean. So it's the midpoint of your actual crosshair. So I don't know how to explain it, man. So let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so in this one, I don't really have any anything. I don't really have anything to tell you. This is just basically my controller settings, meaning my sensitivity, personal preferences, and such and such and such. So I don't really have anything to say. So anyway, these are my settings. After this video, I might post either a clan battle or my favorite armor build. So anyways, it's not gonna be one of those two. It's gonna be random. I don't know which one I feel like doing. I will upload. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know this is a long video, 10 minutes just for my sayings, but I'm pretty sure this mini, like 9 minute, I don't even know how long how long this discussion was, just for the first picture, but anyway, I hope this helped. If not, I wasted 10 minutes of my life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just don't forget to like. It helps my channel. Subscribe if you're new, and peace.